In New York, individuals possess a unique essence. We toil, we give of ourselves, and we often seek no recognition for our efforts. Thus, Robert Jenkins was taken aback by the unexpected standing ovation simply for his presence. He may not have been the most boisterous, yet his presence was a constant, the one who mended the heater in the dead of night, took care of the bills that went unspoken, and bound the family together with steadfast resolve. What occurs when the individual who supports everyone else discovers he is excluded? It began with a dialogue, informal, reminiscent of countless others, concerning the future, the determination, the what-ifs. And that's when it struck. Robert's name was absent. Not a single word of acknowledgement. Envision pouring your heart and soul into something, only to discover, at least in the cold light of documentation, that you were never truly included in the vision. For Robert, the pursuit was never about the money. It revolved around significance, heritage, to be acknowledged. As the burden of sacrifice intertwines with the sharpness of being unseen, a singular question lingers in his mind. When loyalty fades away, what remains to grasp? Have you ever invested your soul into your family, pondering if anyone truly sees your efforts? Pause for a moment and inhale deeply. One is never truly solitary. Press that subscribe button, leave a comment, and share this with anyone who has ever felt overlooked in their own space. What about this tale? Perhaps it could belong to you as well. Let us delve into the fate of Robert and explore the implications it holds for each of us. Introducing Robert Jenkins, a 34-year-old IT specialist living in the charming towns surrounding Seattle. To those in his presence, Robert transcends the role of a mere technical wizard. He has been the unwavering pillar for his family, perpetually prepared to offer support, be it in times of financial strain or emotional turmoil. Always the silent pillar, he rose to the occasion whenever his family encountered difficulties, too humble to crave acknowledgement. Yet beneath this seemingly unremarkable facade, Robert is on the brink of facing a shocking truth that will challenge his determination in ways he never expected. During a recent, seemingly ordinary conversation regarding future arrangements, Robert stumbled upon a disquieting revelation. His name was glaringly absent from his parents' will. This exclusion not only confronts his anticipations, but also calls into question his fundamental position within the family dynamics he believed he had a grasp on. Within a family dynamic where Robert continually gave of himself without expectation of return, this neglect prompts him to ponder not only his role within the family, but also the true essence of loyalty and gratitude. What implications does this hold for Robert's understanding of himself? In what ways will this recent revelation shape his connections in the future? Let us delve further into Robert's emotional awakening and explore the intricate web of family connections. We just witnessed Robert Jenkins, a steadfast presence within his family, grappling with the disconcerting revelation of his exclusion from his parents' will. Now let us explore the essence of Robert's existence, where familial devotion transcends mere principle. It becomes a vital thread of survival. For Robert, each sacrifice he has ever made stands as a silent vow to safeguard the family's welfare. Through countless hours spent laboring and providing unwavering emotional support during challenging times, he stood as the invisible foundation that kept them grounded. Yet, with this revelation, a haunting awareness emerges. The actions of his family have quietly unraveled the profound threads of trust and belonging he once thought were shared. Imagine this. You stand firm, convinced that your dedication secures your role in a family woven together by loyalty, only to discover that your efforts go unnoticed. Robert's universe tilts. The steadfast faith he once held begins to crumble. How does one traverse the fragile equilibrium of commitment when confronted with such unexpected disregard? Here we encounter Robert, poised at the intersection of loyalty and disenchantment. What he once cherished has transformed into a delicate illusion of existence. What lies ahead in this poignant odyssey of treachery and personal revelation? Let us uncover the truth. Join me as we explore Robert's poignant revelation, where the core of loyalty and sacrifice transforms into profound heartbreak. Picture this. As Robert weaves together the intricate tapestry of his family, he uncovers a disheartening truth. Each thread of his dedication, every late-night effort, and every dollar pulled from his savings for a family that transcended mere blood ties, his true refuge, has gone unnoticed. His name, scarcely uttered in a testament that governs the inheritance of all he ever endeavored to safeguard, all of it is entrusted to Ronald, his brother. As this reality envelops him, Robert's heart contorts with a sharp pang of disbelief. It's a tidal wave of treachery. How did his steadfast devotion slip into the depths of unappreciation? Recently, we explored the essence of Robert's existence, intricately woven with the threads of familial loyalty, resonating with the feelings of many who offer their hearts without seeking anything in return. Today, this revelation unravels the very fabric of his dedication. He longs for comprehension, submerged in recollections of quiet evenings where his endeavors aimed to light the way toward the family's safety. A fragment of his being yearned, perhaps naively, for recognition, not in riches, but in the humble validation of his sacrifices. Consider the unwavering commitment, the countless hours toiling away in his unappreciated IT role, a steadfast source of support for those he cherished. Yet each sacrifice now lingers as a ghostly reminder of what appears to have been lost to time. Can you sense the sharp ache of pouring your heart into something, only to watch it disintegrate, dragging along a fragment of your very identity? Robert's struggle stands as a reflection of the complex interplay of family connections and responsibilities. Here he stands at a crossroads, uncertain of how to proceed when the path behind him seems like an illusion. This moment transcends a singular narrative. It serves as an earnest appeal to each of us who tirelessly dedicate ourselves to our families, yearning for nothing beyond a connection, merely to be acknowledged. Consider this. Are it not the quiet sacrifices we make, often overlooked, that truly shape our loyalty, rather than the grand displays we sometimes seek to showcase? How many among us have traversed this journey, these serene pathways laid with the weight of personal sacrifices made for the well-being of those we cherish? What lies ahead for Robert in this odyssey of broken hopes and lingering uncertainties? Let us uncover the truth. As we re-enter Robert's realm, still grappling with the shock of his omission from the family will, we observe him preparing to confront his parents. Despite the betrayal, Robert's heart clings to a flicker of hope that perhaps a mistake has been made, a hope that his parents might illuminate what feels like a glaring injustice. Cradling the phone, he presses the numbers, yearning for answers, longing for clarity. His voice, steady yet heavy with feeling, pierces the silence. "Mom? Dad, can we discuss the will?" To my astonishment, my name had been omitted. Yet the reply that followed was something he had not anticipated. His mother, with a chill in her voice that felt unfamiliar, merely remarked, "Oh, Robert, you know how things are." We believed it was in the family's best interest. His father, lurking in the shadows, adds with a wave of indifference, "Ronnie has his own battles, you're aware of that." Robert, rendered speechless, absorbs the unspoken sentiments, the dismissal of his own struggles, the quiet sacrifices he has borne through the years, all swept away as if they held no weight. The burden of countless years dedicated to laboring tirelessly, sacrificing personal joys, and enduring restless nights to sustain the family, now bears down more heavily upon him. The walls, it appears, possess ears, reverberating with the whispers of conversations long gone, where Robert remained a steadfast pillar for his family, now silently observing the disintegration of once cherished ties. In those fleeting moments, the sacrifices he made, once regarded as the very bedrock of familial stability, appear to disintegrate. Questions reverberate in his thoughts. Does the obligation to family hold no significance? Do my efforts go unnoticed? Yet a painful truth emerges. Robert has existed in the depths of his sacrifices, overlooked and unacknowledged. As the disinterested words of his parents hang in the air, Robert's sense of isolation intensifies, forging not only a physical separation, but an emotional chasm as well. He disconnects the call, the silence echoing more profoundly than the words exchanged moments before. Amidst their apathy, Robert finds himself pondering a profound question. Should he reconsider the very essence of family in his life? What lies ahead? Join us on a journey to unveil the concealed truths that Robert has yet to reveal. As Robert settled into the shadowy confines of his attic in a quaint town near Seattle, a sense of frustration hung in the air, thick and palpable. We have just witnessed the way his parents brushed aside his sincere efforts to comprehend the reasons behind his absence from their will. In that fleeting moment of solitude, encircled by neglected boxes brimming with family memorabilia, Robert's gaze fell upon an ancient leather-bound journal, hidden amidst the dusty remnants of the past. His fingers delicately navigated the fragile pages until they paused at an envelope, worn and marked by time, bearing the unmistakable script of his grandfather, "To Robert." With a heart full of anticipation, Robert unfolded the letter, his gaze tracing the words that seemed to echo softly from a time long gone. It unveiled a hidden truth, a lakeside retreat crafted for him, bequeathed with affection and purpose by his grandfather, a refuge Robert had never realized was there. This concealed heritage, long enveloped in quietude, was meant to serve as a guiding light and a tribute to his grandfather's steadfast belief in him. In that moment, a torrent of feeling surged through Robert's heart. He had always perceived himself as an unseen thread, woven into the tapestry of his family. Yet here lay a concrete symbol of value, a confirmation that he held significance. This revelation transcended mere inheritance. It served as a spark, igniting a profound realization within Robert that transformed his very sense of self. For an extended period, he had stood as the quiet support, the unseen protector of his family's welfare, grappling with the dual forces of appreciation and disregard. This revelation served as a mirror, revealing not merely a cabin by the lake, but the core of his being and the boundless love that defined it, a heritage of trust and faith passed down from his grandfather. The revelation drove Robert to reevaluate all he had taken for granted regarding his place within the family. It served as a deep reminder that our value frequently lies beyond the surface, patiently awaiting discovery like hidden treasure. But what could have compelled his parents to shroud this in secrecy? As the layers of this enigma began to peel away, Robert stood at a pivotal juncture. Was it finally his moment to seize control of his story and embrace the heritage that had been meticulously woven for him? What lies ahead for Robert? Let us uncover the truth. Upon uncovering the unforeseen letter from his grandfather, Robert was enveloped by a surge of curiosity and yearning, feelings that had long been overshadowed by the burden of his family's seeming indifference. It transcended the mere description of a cabin in the letter. It embodied a vow of connection, a fragment of heritage he believed had slipped away from him. The choice to journey to the cabin emerged swiftly, almost as if it were a primal urge, compelling him toward a destination he felt he must explore, a sanctuary he wished would reveal the truths behind the inquiries he had long shied away from. As Robert twisted the key in the ignition and set off on his drive, he felt an unmistakable pull that this journey would transcend the simple act of moving from his suburban existence to the serene embrace of the lakeside. With every mile he traversed, he distanced himself from the weight of betrayal and the fog of misunderstanding, moving closer to the revelation of his authentic self. The road ahead unfurled like a canvas, reflecting the journey of self-discovery that Robert had long evaded. It granted him intervals of contemplation, spaces to inhale deeply, and opportunities to recall why this cabin, hidden away for years, now whispered to him in a dialect of rejuvenation and optimism. As he approached the cabin, cradled by majestic pines and the shimmering lake just a stone's throw away, Robert was enveloped by a soothing sense of tranquility. Memories surged forth, of sun-drenched summers filled with laughter alongside his grandfather, of hushed tales of family lineage, of the joy of learning to fish beneath the radiant sky. In this place, he experienced a profound sense of love and worth, treasured far beyond the limits of material riches. The cabin embraced him once more, its wooden frame standing as a quiet reminder of days gone by. It emerged as a sanctuary where the intricacies of inheritance yielded to the depth of memory and the resilience of familial ties that surpass material wealth. In revisiting this childhood haven, Robert discovered not merely comfort, he uncovered a profound clarity. He came to understand that his value was not defined by tangible possessions or accolades, but rather by the love and wisdom shared through the ages. Amidst the splendor of nature steeped in personal history, Robert found the beginnings of his healing journey, reimagining his role within the family and nurturing the lasting connections that truly hold significance. As he lingered at the water's edge, a singular thought echoed in his mind. What lies ahead on this unforeseen path of rediscovery? Let us discover. Within the serene embrace of his grandfather's cabin, Robert Jenkins found not merely a refuge from the world, but also deep insights into the art of communication and the power of forgiveness, lessons that echo universally among us all. We just witnessed Robert embark on a profound journey of self-reflection, where echoes of past memories sparked a transformative path to healing. Yet, within the core of these discoveries reside timeless truths that resonate with the very nature of family. Communication, the essence that sustains any relationship, requires more than mere words. It demands bravery, transparency, and a willingness to be open. Robert discovered that genuine conversation resembles a dance, where the art of listening holds equal significance to the act of speaking. It revolves around the unreserved expression of emotions, cultivating a space where comprehension can thrive. For Robert, forgiveness unfolded as the next crucial chapter. It was not merely a solitary event, but rather an ongoing odyssey, a deliberate decision to let go of bitterness and welcome empathy, understanding that clinging to anguish only binds our own happiness. In choosing forgiveness, Robert found his peace, not by erasing past wounds, but by recognizing them as essential steps on his journey of growth. His narrative urges us to reflect on our own connections. Have we neglected dialogues that yearn for expression, feelings that remain unvoiced, or forgiveness that lingers in the shadows? In safeguarding our truths, we frequently overlook the essential boundaries that nurture our well-being. Robert's journey highlights the significance of establishing healthy boundaries, not as obstacles, but as pathways that nurture respect and mutual understanding. These boundaries reinforce our self-worth, allowing us to stay intact and unharmed amidst the currents of family life. As we ponder Robert's journey, let us ask ourselves, are we embracing open-hearted communication and the power of forgiveness in our own lives? Are we shaping boundaries that nurture us, welcoming genuine connections? What comes next? Let us explore further how these lessons can reflect our journeys, nurturing the connections that unite us. Robert's journey reveals the deep insights found in the realms of communication and forgiveness. His experience reflects our own familial struggles, reminding us that misunderstandings and betrayals, while painful, can lead to transformation. In the face of such trials, it is essential to recall that the emotional ties within a family resemble a fragile thread, delicate, yet possessing the potential for repair. Have you ever taken a moment to reflect on the connections that weave your family together? The true essence of a family is not found in a lack of disagreements, but rather in the unwavering ability to rise above them. Engaging in open dialogue is essential. Through the cultivation of genuine dialogue, we establish an environment in which every voice resonates, where concerns can be acknowledged, and where the journey of healing can commence. Envision the potential of transforming past wounds into foundations for a more resilient connection. Robert's narrative inspires us to face the quiet, to articulate and to hear, connecting divides through sincerity and compassion. What steps will you take today to strengthen the bonds within your family? The journey ahead may be shrouded in ambiguity, yet with hearts wide open, deeper bonds lie in wait. Let us delve into the journey of how Robert's blossoming self-worth enabled him to forge a deeper connection with his family, transforming their relationships in a profoundly significant manner. As we contemplate Robert's extraordinary journey, it becomes clear that his path transcended mere challenges with familial oversight. It evolved into a profound exploration of self-worth, and the genuine bonds that truly embody family. At first, Robert felt like a shadow, much like those who offer their gifts without craving recognition, only to discover they remain unseen. The course of this tale transformed profoundly upon his discovery of his grandfather's letter, which implored him to seize control of his own legacy. It transcended the mere definition of a cabin. It stood as a beacon of acknowledgement that rekindled his self-assurance. Robert's journey to the cabin transformed into a profound exploration of his inner self, as long-buried feelings emerged, compelling him to face his own hopes and yearnings. Through a thoughtful reassessment of his self-worth, transcending the need for familial validation and embracing the importance of healthy boundaries, Robert cultivated a conversation grounded in sincerity and mutual respect. In re-establishing ties with his family, he shattered the silence that had lingered like a shadow, transforming miscommunication into a shared understanding. His narrative invites reflection. In our pursuit of validation, have we overlooked the fundamental principles that unite us? As we delve into these emotions, join us on this captivating journey. Join us on a journey as we explore ways to cultivate these connections with genuine sincerity. What comes next? Let us discover. In observing Robert's journey of rediscovery and the rekindling of connections, we are reminded of the profound strength that resides within our familial ties. In a realm teeming with diversions, the fundamental nature of family frequently fades into the background, eclipsed by the relentless pull of daily obligations. Indeed, family serves as the sanctuary for the heart, the very place where our authentic narrative unfolds. Have you ever taken a moment to contemplate the exquisite, profound bonds that exist within your own family? Now is the moment to cultivate these connections, to interact with those who hold your shared history and cherished memories. Treasure the joy, the communal feast, the soothing sounds of those you hold dear. Welcome the flaws, recognizing that love rises above miscommunications and letdowns. Let us pause to acknowledge the profound gratitude we hold for the love that quietly intertwines our lives. Embrace a spirit of openness, reconnect with those you haven't communicated with for some time, and mend those connections. These are the bonds that, regardless of the trials they face, shape our legacy. The true legacy we can bestow upon one another is one of love, connection, and acceptance, a heritage far more lasting than any material riches. What unfolds next in the narrative of your family? The choice rests solely in your hands. Hold it dear.